The college football experience, Rutgers Scarlet Knights 2025 season preview episode. The Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Get up to $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com with the promo code TCESGPN. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
Hey, what's up, you degenerate gamblers? This is Bill Burr, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, baby.
Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college football experience. Rutgers Scarlet Knights 2025 season preview episode. Chop. Let's go. YouTube.com/the college experience. We thought we were going to do a triple header tonight. Unfortunately, it will be a double header, and we will talk about a couple Big East foes. Rutgers here, Temple after this. Let's go to the Northeast. All right. Where college football started. Yes. The Rutgers Scarlet Knights will always have a part of my heart because they put together a game plan to play the first ever college football game. All right. We're breaking down all 136 teams, but only 2 of them played the first ever college football game, folks. And only one of them will get a preview on this very show because Princeton is in the Ivy. And the Ivy playing in the playoffs this year, though. So subscribe to the FCS for college experience for more on that. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, that's fair. My name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, a.k.a. Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I'm probably drinking too much and
what
celebrating too much and not sleeping.
Is one of the most insanely idiotic things I've ever heard.
Medical advice I got from that
At no point.
was like being hit by lightning. Pretend it never happened and get on with your life.
Condensation from the beer on the iPad, always tricky. Random things start playing. But how are we? Scarlet Knight Nation, what up? Good season last year. We're doing things. I am joined by my co-host. He is also the host of the college basketball experience when the basketball season comes around. We are live every night of the season, just like we are for football here. Give it up for Farmer Staffer at Austin P with the Governors, at South Carolina with the Gamecocks, and at West Virginia with the Mountaineers. Give it up for Ryan McIntyre, a.k.a. Monet Lawn. Mac, how are you, buddy?
Yeah, baby. Let's go, Rutgers. Love Greg Schiano. Big fan of this program. Let's talk about the Golden Guido, baby.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight. I'm a big fan of the Golden Guido too, man. Look, I was saying they should rehire him, and then wait a second, they did rehire. Yes. Look, he's kind of brought them out of the he's done 2 repair jobs for this fine institution here. So I mean, when you look at it like that, I like his overall record probably does not do it justice for what he's actually done. Let's just jump right into the slides right now. YouTube.com/the college experience. But Greg Schiano, you'll say 94 and 101 as a head coach in college football. Well, that's not that great. Well, I mean, do I need to remind you that he took over? Maybe this was considered at one point like the Kansas job, and they were, back in 2001, the first time he was at Rutgers. Year 1, 2-9. Year 2, 1-11. Year 3, 5-7. Year 4, 4-7. They were patient though, Mac, which no one does now. And then after 4 years of losing seasons, he went to 7-5, 11-2, 8-5, 8-5, 9-4. Then a random 4-8 season, jumps back from that with a 9-4 season. Then he leaves for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That was a disaster. He comes back to Rutgers, similar stuff, 3-6, 5-8, 4-8. Then boom, back-to-back 7-win seasons. Where are you at with Coach?
Oh, I love Schiano. Yeah, throw out his record, man. You context matters. The Rutgers job was awful both times he took it. They were at the bottom of the Big East. He revives them out of the program. They win 6 out of 7 win seasons. He wins 11 wins in 06. And then in the Big Ten, I mean, they were so uncompetitive before he got there. They were getting drilled by like 60 and 70, 50-point spreads. He turns it around, and we've got back-to-back bowls, back-to-back winning bowl seasons. They did go to a bowl game when they were 5-7, but back-to-back winning seasons, and they have an identity, man. It's hard-nosed football. There's no secret in this league. If you have an identity, you're going to be good or solid and go to a bowl game year in and year out. If you don't, then you'll fall off like the Wisconsins of the world.
Yeah, and shout out to Christoph in the chat. Looking forward to this episode, fellas. He stormed the field back in 2014 when they beat Michigan. Because Michigan went 5-7 that year, but who cares? I stormed the damn field. There we go. You should storm the field. Any of these students. I mean, come on. This is what you pay for. Part of your tuition. Don't listen to this Greg Sankey nonsense. That's part of. I mean, how overpriced is college anyway? Most of these people are coming out of college with like 150 grand of debt, and they can't storm the field. Fuck off. All right. Shout out to Christoph though, man. And shout out to the whole chat. Come be a part of the chat. Because let's go. I mean, this is this we're building something over here. All right. We talk every team. So yeah, Schiano, I think, is doing a fantastic job. I think that's why records are, you should throw them out the window sometimes. Yeah. Now the offense a year ago, I thought in a way statistically took kind of a step forward. Kirk Soraka, the OC there, remember, used to be at Penn State in Minnesota. 55th in scoring offense, 92nd in pass offense, 45th in rush offense, the total offense at 71st. I mean, I'll be honest, doing this exercise, I kind of thought the offense was going to be further back. It was a pretty good season for the offense. Now they do return the Greek pellet gun, Ethan Kalimanakis or Manis. I don't know how to fucking say his name, but this guy used to be at Minnesota. 34 touchdowns, 19 interceptions. And I do think continuity is a thing because he was with his OC at Minnesota. So I think that's a good thing. I still don't understand why he wears the Emmitt Smith face mask. I know Favre did it at Southern Miss. I'm sorry. We've all played the game of football. I just can't see how a quarterback should be wearing that. It would get in your way, right? Am I fucking crazy?
That's why he's mobile. He sometimes uses his legs more than he should. So yeah, it clouds his vision for sure.
I mean, I'll say this though. It does look cool as shit. I'm all for difference. Like, I don't understand why we're down to like 2 face masks. I loved when I was a kid growing up. You had the one bar coming down over the nose. You had the just a slew of different ones. You had the 1 bar, you had the 2 bar, you had just a shit ton of different face masks. And I miss those days because I think that's part of the fun is having a mixture of the face mask here. So who am I to shit on the Greek pellet gun here? All right. Because look, he's part of this winning culture that they got in Piscataway. And I think he's going to take a step forward this season with another year in that offense. So they return a lot, 4 of 5 on the offensive line, Mac.
Yeah, baby.
And Ian Strong was a good wideout for them. Also tight end Tyler Needham, and of course their quarterback. So, is this going to be an offensive team? Rutgers hasn't been an offensive team since Marco Battaglia. All right. I mean, wow.
Hey, I will say, after that second bye last year, they finished the year strong, their final 4 games, especially offensively. And Maryland and Minnesota and Illinois were good defensive teams. So, yeah, I think that this is going to be a good unit with all of that continuity back on the offensive line. And we know they're going to be able to run the ball. Schiano's teams always are good running the ball.
Yeah. And they went to the portal. They brought in CJ Campbell from Florida Atlantic, not Florida International, which I think could be a decent get. But I love this next one, the DT Sheffield get. I think this kid is a good wideout now. He came from North Texas where they're doing the air raid, and I think before that he was at Purdue, if memory serves me correct, with Braum. I like him as a wideout. Just, that's a big difference though, from going to Braum to air raid to this offense, which is kind of centered around the ground attack. But hey, it's a nice get for Rutgers. They went out and just loaded up on the O-line, getting a Brett Bielema offensive lineman. Never a bad thing as Zach Omland comes in. Justin Cesare from New Haven, who's new to the FCS, by the way. Shout out to New Haven. Ryder Langsdale from Lafayette, the Leopards. And then Mashoud Giwa from the fucking Long Island Sharks, baby. Who's going to Lugas? We should go to Lugas after Rutgers hits the over. Also, another offensive lineman from Colorado that I never heard, and I follow Colorado pretty well. And I'm no disrespect to Zelinskas, but I was not familiar. But also long snapper Caleb Johnson from Cal comes in. So this is Schiano. Yeah, we'll get a couple of skill position guys, but we're loading up on the line of scrimmage.
I love it. Hey, everybody wants to zig it with all this cute passing stuff, and Rutgers just wants to pound the rock like Iowa and Minnesota. Those three teams. Hey, you wonder why those three go to a bowl game every year?
It seems like now that Rutgers is the one that's like new to the party. But yeah, you're right. Do you think the offense will be better than 71st? I think it will, even though the schedule is much harder than a year ago.
Yeah, they kind of missed a little bit of an opportunity last year with the schedule. But yeah, I do. I think that all that offensive line continuity, and then they finish the year strong. I think they ride the momentum.
Yeah. That's the thing to me is, if they could pass a little bit better, it'll make their rushing attack even better. You know what I mean? So we'll see how it goes there. And just another year in Soraka's offense is something that I think could really be something. Now the defensive side of the ball, Rob Smith is the new DC. Remember, how do I pronounce our guy's name again? Who's the UMass head coach now? Joe Harismiak.
Yeah,
Harismiak.
Yeah, look at the comments. But Joe H, baby. Hey, I can tell you did a hell of a job at Maine. I can't pronounce your last name.
Yeah, I even watched. I went and watched multiple clips, and I feel like the announcers are just like us. They're just they're ad-libbing. They're just going with it. Harismiak, great job. He was a very good DC, but last year was actually, I thought, one of their worst years. I would say the stat from a stat standpoint: 95th in total defense, 71st in scoring defense, 87th in pass defense, 89th in rush defense. So Rob Smith walks into that. Now the cupboard is a little bit empty. Only 3 guys back, but man, Schiano's been there a while now. He's a defensive guy himself. Jordan Thompson at the DN spot. DJ Jabomi. From he's a linebacker that's back, and then Kyle Sanders, a free safety's back. They do bring back the kicker and punter, which is special teams matter. It's not like the bullshit NFL where they're getting rid of the goddamn kickoff. All right, kickoffs, kick returns, all that stuff matters still in college football. Please don't touch that. Do not ever give us that XFL bullshit. We like real football. They went to the portal heavy on defense, and they brought in James Madison's defensive line, basically 2 of their best guys. Eric O'Neal, who was a dog for JMU. Remember when they destroyed North Carolina and scored 70 on them? Also, Dengohe, Daryl Dengohe from JMU as well. Doug Blue Ellie coming in from South Florida. Bradley Weaver from Ohio, who's on the schedule week 1. Woo! He wins a MAC championship, darts to Rutgers. See what your teammates say about that. Oliver Billette comes in from Kent State. And then they didn't need any linebackers. They went right for the secondary after all those D linemen. Cam Miller from Penn State comes in. Jacoby Henderson from Marshall won the Sun Belt championship there. Safety Chris Joins from Mercer in the FCS, and then Jet Elad from UNLV. I'm just going to go out and say that I think the offense and defense are going to be better despite this being a way harder schedule. Am I a maniac?
No, because I know it's a new coordinator, but it's not really, because Rob Smith, this will be his third stint at Rutgers under Schiano. So there's more continuity than people realize. He left he was there the first year when Schiano got the job. Then he went to go work for Elko at Duke. So I mean, this guy's been around really tough defensive coaches throughout his time. He also worked for Fleck as well. So I think that the defense will bounce back here. I like Rob Smith and the guys he's been around.
Well, it is tricky though, because you do play Penn State, Ohio State, Washington, and Oregon.
Hey, he was on Penn State staff last year, so
I know. I'm
just a lot of familiarity with all these guys.
I'm just saying those offenses are a little touted. Look, folks, we're going to continue to talk about Rutgers, talk about the state of the program, and go game by game on the schedule. But before I do that, I want to let the good folks know that the College Football Experience Scarlet Night Edition is brought to you by us. Yes, we are the College Football Experience, part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. And the Sports Gambling Podcast is back with their 32-team NFL preview series. They're also bringing back the phrase that pays. Each episode, they'll give out a word of a 32-word phrase. Submit that phrase for a chance to win $1,000 Circa future, folks. We're also brought to you by Circa Millions and Circa Survivor. I mean, the world's greatest sports book, Circa Las Vegas, is hosting the world's biggest pro football contest. Circa Millions, Circa Survivor, and Circa Grandissimo, all together with over $21 million in guaranteed prizes. You can't call yourself a true DJ if you're not competing in the Circa football contest. So what are you doing? Come hang out with us for the Circa contest weekend, August 21st and 23rd. That's the Sports Gambling Podcast crew will be there, but also the College Football Experience will be there. Myself, Mac, honoring Week 0, Kansas State, Iowa State, Farmageddon, and about 7 or 8 other college football games that we will be talking. Live shows, open bars. What else do you need? Plus, you get 15% off your Circa stay with our promo code SGP15. See you there, folks. But remember, the contest is open for everyone. Sign up in Nevada. You can play from anywhere with the help of SGPN's official proxy. Go to footballcontest.com. Use the promo code SGP to get $50 off your proxy fees. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, Underdog Best Ball Mania is happening all summer long. Giving away $15 million in prizes, including $2 million to first place. There's no waiver wire. There's no arguments about trades. Best Ball is the best way to play fantasy football, folks. So jump on over to Underdog Fantasy. But when you do, use our promo code TCESGPN to claim your special pick plus first time deposit offer. Up to $1,000 in bonus credits there. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code TCESGPN. All right, we are back, and it's that time. It is that time, folks. Part of State of the Program is your coach, your staff, your players, personnel, but also it's your fan base. It is your stadium, and as Christoph says in the chat, Shai Stadium better than MetLife. Fucking men. Let's talk about Shai Stadium, Mac, because I'm giving this thing an 8 of 10. It is 31 years young. I like how they lean into, they played the first ever college football game. Even though it wasn't at Shai Stadium, they did play the first ever college football game, and they deserve a ton of respect and credit for that. And I like how they make you know that if you go to the stadium. But this is a good stadium.
Look at that.
Look at that shit, man. Get it out. Jersey does. See, that's what I'm saying. People disrespect the Northeast. They think the Northeast can't do college football. I beg to differ. All right. I beg to differ. You go to a game at Shai Stadium, you get up there. Syracuse used to have that shit going to Archbold Stadium back when they had Zonka and Jim Brown and shit. Right. UConn's building it. Friend of the program, Jim Moore, is building it. The Northeast is putting it. They're coming back, baby. All right. That's a fire fucking stadium. Look at that shot, man. And then, it's a good stadium, man. It is a good stadium. Look at that, right? It's nice.
2,000 strong.
Yeah.
Guido's in there.
Oh, look at that. And remember, always storm the field. There we go. Brettster, appreciate you tuning in, brother. Look at that. Tearing the goalpost down. I've done it. We've all done it. If you haven't done it, you need to do it. Good fans, college football 101 right here. First ever game played by the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. And they tell you that. You see that by where the cheerleaders are? It says the birthplace of college football. That's pretty badass. I would lean into it even more. They have good fans though, man. They have, considering how much losing they've had over the years. I give them credit for the way they could shell out. Yeah.
I thought it was a good exposure. A couple games over the last couple of years. The Sunday opener against Northwestern 2 years ago, I thought was good exposure for the fans on CBS. And then last year they had that Friday night Fox game against Washington that was lit, the blackout game.
Yeah, that's right. And I remember like 07, or was it 07 was a crazy scene. Rutgers got to like number 1 in the nation or number 2 in the nation. Look, see, they got the birthplace of college football up there. You know what I mean? They should lean into that. That thing is, I would even go further into it. This is a good, clean look here. I like this look better than that look, to tell you the truth. Something about the brick makes it look kind of regal, but it's a good stadium, man. Would you give this thing 1 to 10? Did I ask you yet?
I'll go 8. I'll join you on the 8. I like it. It's solid. And it's I feel like it gets better each year too. The more and more that they are relevant. I mean, look at that. The nice tunnel here. It's come a long way in the last 20 years.
Well, that's the story of college football. And that's why, you should never, that's why these NFL owners are such piles of shit. You know what I mean? Oh, I need the city to pay for another stadium. No, what are you talking about? The best football stadiums in this country are like the Rose Bowl, which has been standing over 100 years. That, to me, all the Cotton Bowls, but I'm saying a bunch of those SEC stadiums, a bunch of these Big Ten stadiums that have been there 100 years. There's a reason why these things are sought after. You don't need a stadium every 20 years. You invest into your stadium. Love this shit here. Once again, the birthplace of college football. Leaning into this on the walls. The fan base is good. 8 of 10, man. I gotta get up there for a game, man. And they are. It has been built up some. If you follow it through the years, they've done a good job building into it, just like all the college football stadiums. Go look at LSU's. You know what I mean? We're going to talk ECU tomorrow. They you looked at like year 1 or year 5. It looks nothing like it looks today, but you build around it. You throw millions of dollars into it, and boom, you have it forever. And that history is there.
They need to get it to go in like the rack in basketball.
They do.
Or become the house of horrors for all these Big Ten road teams.
Hey, but back-to-back winning seasons, this is where it starts, man. And shout out to Eric Legrand. Obviously, it was terrible with his injury, but he's done a great job of persevering. And he has his whiskey. I do believe he's got his coffee shop set up there. Love that right there. So if you're going to the game, make sure you get a bottle of Eric Legrand's whiskey. Look at that. Look at that shit. That's fire right there with the band. There's nothing like college football. I'm ready to fucking go, man. What do we got? Another month? Look at that. Raining weather. You got crowd surfing. Those jeans haven't been changed in weeks. Look at those jeans.
Oh yeah.
That's the college life. Well, I don't know. I'll wash it when I go see mom and dad in a few years, a few weeks, a few months, maybe even next year. I'll wash these jeans.
Put some dirt on it.
Oh yeah. So look at that shit too, man. Take it down, Princeton. First ever college football game. Man, God bless you. Everyone involved with that thing. God bless you, because you're giving us this gem. And God bless these people making food before the fucking game. Nothing like tailgating in college football. All right. Look at this, man. Walking down the street with the fucking band. Let's go. And then how about the Rubalevsky, a Rutgers tailgating tradition? I need to hit that fucking spot. Let's go. How about this, man? Someone getting married
Midfield, hell yeah,
Midfield,
right on
man.
the R, baby.
That's what I'm saying. And you got the birthplace of college football, right? Which one are you married to, college football or her? Danielle, you better ask these questions, right? Yeah, man, fantastic stuff. State of the program. All right, I wanted to give this a 6, but I gave it a 5 because I can't. Back-to-back winning seasons, it probably deserves a 6. But
Big Ten.
Well, I also thought like they let in all these teams that have a much richer history as like of late since we've had TV. You know, you basically let in 4 programs that have a much better history. But you know, maybe you know what? I'll change it. Give me a 6. I like these people in Piscataway. What are you giving the state of the program right now?
I like the 6 as well. I feel like their ceiling is kind of 8 wins because of the way that the Big Ten is set up now with all these teams from the West in there and Rutgers being the farthest team east. But I mean, like I said, man, they got an identity under Schiano where I think that they're always going to be in it and find a way to a bowl game.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Schiano deserves like a lifetime contract. What is he like? He's in his like late 50s. Just give him the rest of his life.
Yeah, these like coaches rankings. If you don't have Schiano in the top half of the Big Ten coaches, like I don't know what to say. Like
these coach rankings are they're almost as bad as recruiting rankings. Like it's honestly just laughable from the start. You know what I mean? Oh, Sarkisian's number 3.
Schiano's way better than fucking.
It's like the guy that coached at Washington, USC, and Texas. And he's never won anything at 3 schools that have won national championships. Yeah. Okay, whatever you want to tell yourself. Let's get to the schedule, man, because week 1.
Got to get this one.
Oh, Thursday night. Ohio, the Bobcats, in a series that goes back to 1937. Heading to Shai Stadium. What's that line right now?
10.5 still.
Parker Navarro back for Ohio, but their head coach Tim Alba took the Charlotte job. Brian Smith, the new head coach at Ohio. I am on the Scarlet Knights, but I'll probably take the points.
Or will Schiano get a touchdown as time expires like he did last year to cover the first game?
That was great. That was fucking great. I was on that too, man. Thank you, Greg. I owe you. I owe you fucking Peter Lugas. Let's go.
Yeah, give me Rutgers. I think the game will end around 10. I think this will be a grinder. This won't be a cakewalk. What's the total at? 47.5. Yeah. Feels like an under.
I'll take the under. Yeah. Now, here's the question though, Mac. I think week 2 is harder than week 1.
Yeah, Miami Ohio has more back.
The Quan Finn and the Miami Ohio Redskins are coming into Piscataway. Oh man. Chuck Martin does a good job. They've been back-to-back double-digit win seasons. Now, here's the thing. Miami, Ohio gets Wisconsin week 1. I feel like they're going to get one of the 2. You think they're going to go into? I think there's a decent shot they get one of the 2.
I think they flirt with one and then they run out of gas in the other. I kind of think they flirt with the Wisconsin one.
This is a game, dude. This is the one to me. I think Miami, Ohio is better. I have them power rated higher than Ohio this year. But, all right, Scarlet Knights. Let's go. 2-0.
This is Schiano. Schiano, it ain't going to be pretty, but they're going to grind these 2 out and be 2-0. It'll be sweaty, though.
I mean, this one, DeQuan Finn's like, what, a 6-year starting quarterback?
Yeah.
You know, like he's
tough
good,
task
man.
for them, though. They got to go at Wisconsin, then at Rutgers. I mean, that's a tough task on the second leg.
It's just the one I would want for a super experienced quarterback. I'll go Rutgers, but don't fuck around, guys. Do not fuck around, all right? Because these teams can beat you. Like that. Shout out to you playing 2 of the better MAC schools because you could have put Kent State on the schedule.
Yeah,
this is good for college football. You know what I mean? These games I think are good for college football. So, 2-0. Then Michael Vick comes to town. Oh shit. Michael Vick. He used to come to town in the Big East when he was with Virginia Tech. Now he's the head coach of Norfolk State. Fascinating. I think, they open up with Towson that same Thursday night, week 1. I can't wait to watch that game. I think they're must watch all year. 3-0.
3-0, and we'll get to it here. They got to be 3-0 at this point. This can't be a 2-1 non-con for them.
I actually think it's essential they start the season hot because I do see a path. I could see them being the talk of the fucking college football world if they start out 3-0 and then they take care of Iowa in Piscataway, which we haven't done the Iowa preview yet.
Friday night game.
I think Rutgers is live here, dude. I think this is my only fear is like the Greek pellet gun against an Iowa defense, right? Where I'm just like, don't throw any stupid passes. Just run the ball the whole game. Run the ball the entire game. Man, this game's fun. I mean, look, for two teams with not much history, it's actually like a pivotal game. And the fact that Rutgers starts their first 4 weeks at home, give me an upset. Give me the Scarlet Knights. 17-14.
Do you remember when one of these games had like a 26.5 total between the two of them? Rutgers and Iowa a couple years ago. And it still went under. Iowa won 22-0. I got it pulled up. Actually,
no, I can't take Rutgers. I mean, the crowd behind him, but like, here's the thing I know about Kirk Ferentz.
A blackout though on Friday night, like it was last year. The place is gonna be lit.
I just feel like, who do you trust to not turn the ball over? Mark Gronowski, who's won FCS national championships, plural, or the Greek pellet gun, Ethan Kalimanikis. And then also, what do I love about Kirk Ferentz teams? They always have the best special teams, man. I feel like their kickers can make like 50-yard field goals. They have great punters, great punt returners, great kick returners. They steal points, man. But all right,
they're 0-4 all time against Iowa, and they've scored 17 points in 4 games. They're averaging 4 points a game against Iowa.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
every pass.
This is the one, man. It's gonna be Friday night blackout, and they're gonna freaking put up a whopping 10 and win the game 10-9.
All right, I'll stick to my Rutgers win. 17-14 was a little too ambitious.
They're averaging 4 points a game.
9-6. 9-6. All right, if I'm giving them this, I'm giving this a loss. I mean, obviously we did our Minnesota preview yesterday. Go listen to this. But Mac, can you imagine if they're 4-0 and Minnesota with that redshirt freshman quarterback struggle a little bit? This could be a 5-0 thing going into your bye. I mean, because I like Minnesota does lay some eggs sometimes. You know what I mean? Like Bowling Green went in there and got a dub. I'm taking Minnesota. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, but I'll take Minnesota here. But I feel like between Iowa and Minnesota, one of the teams will get them. Maybe both.
Iowa, Rutgers, and Minnesota, they'll all split with one another. That's what I'm picking this year. So, yeah, I'll take the home team in all these games. So, yeah, give me Minnesota 4-1.
4-1. And then you get that bye week, right? You can honor. Look at Ray Lucas. Remember fucking Ray Lucas? You do everything. The original, like him and Cordell Stewart were this, like Cordell got all the press with the slash shit, but Ray Lucas was doing this shit too. Out of the bye week, they head to Husky Stadium to take on Washington. Our Washington preview is out there. I took Washington. I will take all these Pac-12 teams at home against Big Ten teams on the West Coast, unless it's the Rose Bowl, because therefore they can have a home edge there. What are you doing here?
Yeah, it's another Friday night game. It's going to be like that USC Friday night game where they just got ran off the field. Washington, too explosive in that building.
Now, this next game caught my eye when previewing everything. They've never, ever played. Why? Because They should probably never, ever play unless it's a bowl game. But hey, someone deemed this a conference game. It's a far ass fucking trip, man. It is a far, far trip.
They got to get them on soon in this game. This needs to just downpour.
I mean, honestly, is there a chance? I was thinking about this. I was building the slide. I go, you know what, man? They might be live in this game. They might be. Dante Moore has not started many games in his career, and he didn't play super prolifically in those games. There was times he popped, but Oregon's going to be coming off of an Indiana win, a team that made the playoffs last year. And they go to this Piscataway place that no one at Oregon or anywhere on the West Coast has ever heard of.
You'd be like, where the fuck are we going? New York City?
I think this is a sneaky game. Just gonna go ahead and say I'll take Oregon because of the talent, but you saw Oregon almost lose at Wisconsin last year. The shit goes both ways to me, and this is that far east trip. I think Rutgers is live in this game, but I'll take the Ducks. But watch out. All right. You're going to hear me on this. I will probably end up betting the money line in this fucking game. What are you doing here?
We're seeing eye to eye on this, especially if they're coming off back-to-back losses. Schiano going to have them chippy in this game. We need bad weather. We need bad weather if Rutgers is going to pull this off. But I think
October 18th might be a little early.
We need some
rain.
Sleet.
We get some
sleet.
rain.
We get some sleet.
Come on. Come on, Schiano. You can talk to the weather gods. So wait, this puts us at 3 straight losses.
Yeah, they did this exact same thing last year. They started 4-0, and then I think they lost like 5 in a row, but they finished the end strong.
Well, then they head to West Lafayette to take on Barry Odom and these Boilermakers. We just did our Purdue preview. We took Rutgers reluctantly. Because we'll say one thing about Purdue sucks, but I will say their fans show up every Saturday. So I do think this place will be lit, but I will take Rutgers. They'll be hungry at 3 straight losses. They get that 5th win of the season.
Yeah. I think Schiano, they right the ship here. Get that one 5-3.
Then they head to Champaign, Illinois to take on the Fighting Illini. They need to go back to this logo because it's fire. I have to take the Illini, but look, I think it's a game because this is just the type of game Illinois could lose because they're going to try to pound the rock. And Rutgers says, hey, this is what we do in practice for the past 7 years, right? So we can play your game. I could see this being a very, Purdue almost beat Illinois at Illinois last year. I can see this being a game, but give me the Illini. What are you doing here?
Well, especially because Illinois is off of the Washington trip. Yeah, I mean, this is like 2 mirror images of one another. But I'll take Illinois because they're the home team. Last year was a 1-possession game in Piscataway.
So then, Mike Loxley, will he be coaching the Maryland Terrapins on November 8th?
Doesn't matter.
I mean, Maryland actually has a talented roster. I believe that from a recruiting standpoint. All you need is one coach that knows what they're doing. Series goes back 105 years. I'll take Rutgers to get that 6th win and get bowl eligible. What are you doing here?
Yeah, when they look at the next 2 games after that, this is going to be their Super Bowl. This is a must win. You'll see why, everybody. Win, 6th win, bowling. Let's go, Schiano.
Yes, then you got another bye week. Shout out to the first ever college football game. There we go. They come out of the bye week and they head to the Horseshoe. I mean, the scores of these Rutgers Ohio State games have been so bad. Loss. Surprise, surprise.
Wow. They're 0-10 against them all time. 0-11 here soon.
Yeah. And then after that, they come back home and they take on Penn State in a series that goes back 107 years. Rutgers has only won twice against Penn State. This is potential for a hilarious game. But this could be the ultimate Franklin. But I have to take Penn State, and I have Rutgers at 6-6 to close off the regular season. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, this is a kind of a shitty pressure game if you're a Penn State fan having to go to Rutgers, the final game of the year, if there's playoff Big Ten title implications. But Penn State's too talented. 6-6, I think we agreed on this one. I figured we would get Schiano somehow to a bowl game. He'll squeeze this one out 6-6 with this tough schedule.
All right. Well, we got to talk though about this though, because I don't feel very confident.
There's a lot of error here. This is not a lock. This is a Schiano play.
I'm going to build you a couple scenarios. By the way, they're plus 25,000 to win the Big Ten. They're plus 2,500 to make the CFP. So hear me out. What if they are 4-0 and Minnesota with this redshirt freshman quarterback? They're not what they are. They're 5-0 when they upset Minnesota at Minnesota. They get a bye week before Washington, so you can get out there early. Maybe they don't get Washington, but maybe they get Oregon. And that could be a 6th win. And Purdue can be a 7th. And Maryland could be an 8th. Is the ceiling 8-4?
Absolute ceiling is 8-4. That's a very generous ceiling. I think it's 4-7-5. But hey, that was what I said. I said the ceiling of the program right now is 8-4 with these fucked up schedules.
Now, here's the bad part. The flip side of that coin.
What's the floor? 3-9.
What happens if they lose? I mean, honestly, you could lose to Ohio and Miami, Ohio, but I'm not even going to say that. I'm going to say, what if they go 1-1 there?
Yeah.
And then they lose to Iowa. They lose to Minnesota. They lose to Washington. That's 4 losses. Oregon's a 5th. You're at Purdue. What happens if Purdue gets that one? Then you beat Maryland. Well, I mean, well, yeah, I think you're right. What's the floor is 3-9, I think.
Yeah. It's a brutal schedule.
I mean, what? You have how many double-digit wins? I mean, like, every team is a bowl team except what? Obviously, your FCS and Maryland.
Yeah. And Purdue.
Purdue. Yeah. Purdue sucks. Yeah. Featherhat say you can't even say 8 wins with a straight face. I'm just saying it's possible. We're trying to navigate our way. I don't think we can get to 9, but I think it's possible to go 8-4. They need every bounce they can get to go 8-4.
They could upset Minnesota or Illinois on the road.
They also could beat Oregon because that game is stupid. Right? Can we just talk about that? That's a stupid game. And you never know with stupid games. When you put stupid games on the schedule, you get stupid results sometimes.
Yeah, like when USC lost to fucking Maryland at College Park last year, everybody.
Exactly. That was a stupid game. So when you get a stupid game, a stupid outcome is possible. We need that on a t-shirt. Jake, if you're listening, put this on a t-shirt.
Good analysis.
Stupid is, stupid does. It's just stupid game, stupid result. Yeah, I don't feel very confident because we gave them a win against Iowa.
I know. And
who they've never beat.
Yeah, they scored 17 points in 4 games. They're due.
When I think about that offense trying to score against Iowa, I just don't see it happening. Like I think I was gonna fuck them up, even though I said give me the Rutgers upset. So this is certainly not a lock. Certainly not a lock. And I honestly think if he goes 5-7, you Rutgers fans better not be calling for Schiano's head.
I wonder if they would go to a bowl still. Schiano's the kind of guy that'd be like, put us in a bowl. He's a football guy.
Yeah, I mean, if they could get to it, because you saw Marshall opt out.
Yeah.
What a time we're living in. Hey, you get the privilege of playing a bowl game. No, we're okay. Fucking idiots. They don't realize you get you only get a certain amount of time to play the sport of football. Yeah, unfortunately. I'm in my 40s. I would sell a lot of things if there was a machine to go back and play football with your friends. Or organize whatever. Yeah. I'm on the over, you're on the over. Do not bet this. Unless you went to Rutgers, that's the only way I will say, okay, bet it. Let's go. We have the Temple Owls coming up next, just like it was the old Big East. But yeah, it'll be fun. Casey Keeler, new dawn of a new era in Philadelphia. But before we do that, I have a slideshow I put together that I love the history of Rutgers football, and I want them to be a power. That's why I really want them to go 7-6, win their bowl game this year, and continue to build in the right direction. Yeah, let's go. All right. Give Moneyline Mac a follow on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at TheColbyD. The College Football Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. And folks, make sure you listen to the podcast on iTunes or Spotify, because I interviewed like every coach in the Mountain West, and these episodes are all coming out, and we don't have video, so they're strictly audio. Just dropped the Jeff Choate and Jay Salvell episodes this past 24 hours. There's a slew of other ones: Kenny Niumatalolo, Timmy Chang, all these others. Who am I missing? There's more out there. And the ECU show will be pushed probably to tomorrow night. So I apologize. I see the Pirate fans in the chat. But I will be at ACC Media Day, so it's going to be a light next 3 days as I go to Charlotte to interview the ACC coaches. But once again, that'll be more episodes that will only be on the audio side of things. So make sure you subscribe, iTunes, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. All right, Temple Owls coming right up next. And give me in 10 minutes, I'd say 10 minutes. This is the College Football Experience, Rutgers Scarlet Night Style. Let's go. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Mailbox 1. Let's get 1.
I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart my body and soul, or nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun my body and soul, or nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo my body and soul, or nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. We're the obsession to be a part of that, started that. Mind over matter don't matter in the market. I've seen much smarter cats have heart attacks. Logic is leaders need lambs to be lethargic. Match wits with the half-wit phantom. I don't need jumper cables or mic cords to analyze an analytical anthem. Between my two ears, an engine pumping the life force. Force field for your grip on the grievance. Still gonna feel unchallenged and bored stiff. So arrange the pieces to prepare cohesive. All the hard work will go largely ignored if your hands are covered with post-its and paper cuts. You need to have your voice in the vice grip. The one who made it famous ain't the one who made it up. You don't get overtime just for working the night shift.
I'm taking a pitch right now. It's like
I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart mind, body, and soul, or nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun mind, body, and soul, or nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo mind, body, and soul, or nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. Every time I close my eyes, I'm taken to the same place, a playing field, and every contestant's got the game face. Everybody's yelling, you ought to play it safe. Make sure them shoes are tied and ankles taped. Shake the cobweb, hit the ground running. This is how cunning I can get with the footwork. You're doing it right, well, it shouldn't hurt. Flirt with greatness, still I run the famous. Nice high heels, I got mics for spikes. Trampling the home team and the turf for life. For the few fleet of foot, too fast for me. I fear none, cause I run and ignore the pair of feet by the tree that are fast asleep. In love with the game, you adore the hair. I believe in achievement. My soul isn't rewarded just cause it's easy goal and moves toward it. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart my body and soul, or nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun my body and soul, or nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo my body and soul, or nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. Conspiracy theories, gotta love them clearly. Nothing's more entertaining than entertaining a query. Just a word to the wise and the weary. Recognize the authors of reality and theory. Theoretically, I could have won Scribble Jam. In reality, I lost to a legend. Theoretically, I'm best friends with Uncle Sam. In reality, I've never